previously on Enterprise.
This species has
I've been told that people are calling us heroes. When it comes to my crew, you won't get any argument from me. I think it's important that we remember the heroes who aren't with us. The 27 crewmen who didn't make it back. Without their sacrifice, I wouldn't be standing here right now. None of us would. But I'm sure I speak on behalf of my entire crew when I say, it's good to be home. It's been a long getting from there to here. It's been a long time. My time is flying. I'll see my dreams come alive at last. I will touch the sky, and I'm not gonna hold you down no more. You're not gonna change my mind, 'cause I've got faith at the heart. Going where my heart will take me. I've got faith to believe I can do anything. I've got strength of the soul. Going through the things don't break me. I can reach and stop. I've got faith. I've got faith. It's in the heart.
Hey, peoples. So I still got the stingy eyes, and there's no one here, so don't worry. I'm just talking to myself. Eye stinginess. Why is it even a thing?
Is reserved for regular customers. Galactic heroes have to sit at a table.
I heard about your promotion. Congratulations, Captain.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ew.
So what was it like in the expanse?
You'll be at the debriefing tomorrow, won't you? Don't spoil any surprises. Besides, I've got more important questions. Seen any good movies while I was gone?
Another World War III epic? That's all the awards.
World War III.
But you haven't missed much.
Eugenics wars.
Earth's been holding its breath for the past year, wondering if someday we're going to come back and finish the job. On the bright side, there have been more weddings and births than ever before.
Don't see her right.
I'm married to Starfleet, just like you. Come in.
Man, looks like you're taking enough for the rest of the year.
You wanted something?
I told the captain I wanted to stay aboard and supervise the refit, but he suggested I take a break. Well, I can order, actually. Problem is, I'm not sure where to go. Lizzie's gone, my hometown doesn't exist anymore. Guess this is my home now.
You could come with me.
You're welcome.
The transport leaves at $1,100.
Where would I stay?
I've just noticed something. She's got stuff on her walls that are basically the set layouts.
What do you know about me?
I never mentioned you.
So you'd introduce me as...
Commander Charles Tucker III. You've told the captain that you don't get to see as many alien cultures as you'd like. Never been welcome.
1,100 hours, huh?
It might just be something that's happening in the chat might be doing the thing again, but I mean, if somebody's in Discord and is in the chat, then basically hit me in Discord and I will reset the chat.
If you do me a small favor. My senior officer
I'm going to
Academy,
reset it anyway
I'd
in a
like to
second.
get your opinion. You served with the heroes.
I'm trying to find a picture.
You might want to talk to someone about installing a lumbar support. You're going to spend a lot of hours in that chair.
We've improved heart polarization by 12%. Be able to hang in a firefight a little longer.
Ventral and dorsal torpedo launchers. Pulse phase cannons.
Upgrades you recommended. What is it?
I had an argument once with Captain Jeffries.
Here we go. Let me
He was
reset
one
it
of the
now.
designers of the NX class.
I'm aware of that.
I told him I didn't want to be in command of a warship trying to make first contact with new species. Jeffries was right. We needed those weapons. And a hell of a lot more.
Ah, see, that did something.
The asteroids were loaded with trillium.
It just jumped up to 3 viewers, 3 people viewing, and then it dropped back down to just
It's an
nobody
alloy that
watching.
protects against spatial anomalies.
So, yeah.
Advanced used it to insulate their homes.
Your log reflects that when you boarded this layout, that you found the crew in a delusional, violent state.
They attacked us the minute we got. The trillium had a toxic effect on the Vulcans, damaged their neural pathways. They lost the ability to suppress their emotions.
According to your log, the entire crew of the Saleya was killed when you triggered a reactor breach.
The breach was an accident. We were trying to disable their power grid.
As far as I can determine, you didn't try to save a single Vulcan crewman.
Yeah,
There
they're
were
all
points we were too far gone.
Is that your medical opinion, Captain?
Phlox made that determination.
Our specialists examined the data you sent back. It's far from certain that the neurological damage was irreversible.
There was nothing we could do for them.
Paul was exposed to the trillium. She recovered.
I couldn't help them.
There's no need to get emotional, Captain. You spent several hours in the ship's auxiliary control room. In that time, did you try to access the internal sensors or download the computer database?
No.
So in effect, we don't know what really happened aboard the Soleil.
What the hell does that mean?
Because of this oversight, we'll never have a complete picture of the events that led to the ship's destruction.
I just told you exactly what led to the ship's destruction.
Captain?
I'm not going to sit here and be accused of murdering those people.
No one is accusing you of anything, Captain.
Maybe that crew'd still be alive if you'd been a little more helpful.
I beg your pardon.
You did everything you could to sabotage our mission. I got more help from the Andorians than I ever got from the High Command.
That's enough, Captain.
This planet would be a cloud of dust right now if we'd listen to you.
That's enough.
How can you be taking his side?
I'm not taking anyone's side. You were out of line.
They don't lift a finger to help us, and now I have to justify myself to that son of a bitch.
The briefing's on hold. Indefinitely. I want you to take some time off to clear your head.
With all due respect, Admiral, I don't need a vacation.
That's an order, Captain.
Lieutenant, if you wouldn't mind. Not exactly traveling light, are you? Thank you. I leave the comforts at home.
Just putting touches on a non-commissioned piece.
I trust you've been taking the proper precautions on the surface.
What do you mean?
I'm surprised you haven't heard. An Andorian and 2 Rigelians were attacked.
Attacked? Why?
Apparently the Zindi incident has caused a degree of xenophobia. It's hard to believe in this day and age. I'm told the Vulcans are staying behind the walls of their compound.
Well, I'm not going to let a few isolated incidents disrupt my vacation plan. I lived on Earth for many years before coming aboard Enterprise.
I think this is the same planet you remember, Doctor. People are looking for someone to blame, and I don't care who it is.
I appreciate your concern, but I'll be fine. Would you?
Mind if I ask what you're doing here?
You know better than to go climbing in that apartment.
Sounds stupid. Oh, Vulcan. I like Vulcan.
Now, Toronto.
Tarhan,
Is it still active?
there are frequent eruptions. We can schedule a tour. of the
I'm
crater.
perking up this dog's ears a bit, and I'm not sure if it looks
Volcanoes, ancient
right.
ruins, fire planes. Not sure where to start. Let's
I mean, it
wake
kind
up.
of does.
It's not like I imagined.
Meaning,
Wow, it's beautiful.
Vulcans appreciate beauty.
Well, I had no doubt about that. You always wear a snazzy dresser.
Commander Tucker, I suggest. You didn't tell me you were bringing a guest. Mother, you're home. Obviously. It's agreeable to see you. You appear well.
I'm Charles Tucker. Pleased to meet you, ma'am.
J'entends tes bouches, toi, là. Go Tucker avant de Kero. Vulcan Fito Gideru. Nepek Baldebek. Sophie Burun. You both must be very tired after your journey.
The rune. I can't do that. The rune. I'm gonna spit all over my payed.
Yes.
I changed my accent, but not my dialect. Oh, that video is uploaded. Let me just I'm gonna refresh this page while the processing done, but it's not giving the thumbnails.
It's not yet midday. Why aren't you at the Science Academy? I'm no longer an instructor there. I wrote you a letter. Didn't Starfleet transmit it to your ship? We had communication difficulties in the Expanse. I don't know why you're surprised. This was planned years ago. There's more to life than one's profession. Perhaps you'll learn that one day. It seems that I'm not the only one who knew you were coming.
It's a very nice building.
You received this yesterday. It's from Gus. Did you believe he had forgotten you?
It's from Gus.
You're going to respond. I have nothing to say, Gus. He's your fiancé, former fiancé. That is a matter for debate. It would be wise for you to speak with him.
Drama on Vulcan.
You probably don't want to hear this, but I got a call from my brother yesterday. They renamed my old high school after you. How many is that? 2, 3 dozen?
I'm not counting.
That's just North America. I don't think Justin Cochran has that many schools named after him. So did you get a chance to look them over?
Look what over?
My senior officer candidates.
Have I uploaded Human Bling
You want
27?
to find someone with more field experience? A Mako?
I'm not sure how I feel about a military officer on the bridge.
I've got 3 versions of it on
I
here.
got the general case about a strike.
Oh, I know what it is.
Things have changed since Enterprise left space dock. You spend a lot of your time boldly going into battle.
Don't you think you're being a little cynical?
Did you read my reports?
Is he yelling?
Captain, I
Why
do.
is he yelling?
Hey,
Not lying. Tracks are a few days old.
good thing I have you to protect me.
I've got to write this down.
Red.
Good morning.
Their bed sheets have Vulcan written all over them. I kind of feel like that's a bit much. You know, you get it? Because they're on Vulcan. Because they have to have Vulcan writing all over their bed sheets. Because on Earth, we have human writing all over our bed. Wait.
You still haven't told me the reason for your visit. I didn't know when was necessary. Thought perhaps you decided to rejoin the High Command. I've been offered a commission with Starfleet.
I think this is the last one I'm uploading today.
Before I'm able to return home.
Yeah. Depending on how big the file is and all that stuff.
Gas bar isn't fresh. The stasis unit needs to be replaced.
Well, I'd be happy to take a look at it. If I can recalibrate a work reactor, I'd be able to handle a kitchen appliance.
My daughter's always been fascinated by alien worlds. She was all too eager to finish her schooling and leave Vulcan. As I recall, you encouraged me to leave. A mother is expected to push her young out of the nest. At some point, they're supposed to return. Told that on Earth, the human child chooses their own path in life. They put their own wishes ahead of their families.
That's true for the most part.
There we go.
You've learned much from them.
I can see you, Jeff. Well, I can't see you, but I can see
Starfleet
you.
meeting is no less important than one with the High Command. I'm sure Father would have approved. Your father believed that our work should enrich Vulcan society. Earth is supposed to be our ally. What's happened to you? Shouldn't argue in against.
Well, thank you. It's very kind of you to say. Fortunately, I don't actually give tours of the ship. If that policy ever changes, you two will be the first to know. You have to wear that jacket. You gotta wear this jacket to attract attention.
How's your drink? Delicious, thank you. Yeah, because I heard someplace your people didn't like alcohol.
You may be thinking of Balkans.
You know, you're right. I get your species mixed up.
How long have you been around, Jeff? Like I said, it's only just popped up just now.
I'm just trying to make sure your friend here is comfortable. Sitting in a bar full of so many strange-looking aliens like us, I'm quite comfortable. Because if you weren't, if humans make you nervous for some reason, a Vulcan consulate's on the other side of the bridge. But just someplace there where someone like yourself could get a nice, refreshing beverage.
Well, perhaps we should be on our way. We're not going anywhere, Doctor.
If your friend wants to go, you should let him go.
You're not chasing anyone out of here.
The Starfleet people are the real problem. You fly all around space, telling every species you meet where to find Earth. Did it ever occur to you that might not be the smartest thing to do?
So these 2 episodes are pretty good.
Just go back to the bar.
Excuse me, Admiral. I don't take orders from you.
You heard him. Step away from the table. Please. Doctor.
Why does he look down when he basically says that? Why does he look down when he says, Doctor? You know. Did they imply that something else kind of stuck out? Kind of as a form of intimidation? I don't know.
I just want to thank you for letting me stay here.
Expressing gratitude is an Earth custom.
I also thank you all the time.
I've noticed.
So Paul's lucky. It's nice to have a place to go home to.
I know that you're romantically involved with my daughter. There's no logic in denying it. How long have you been attracted to her?
I knew we had some kind of chemistry the first time we got into an argument. I never had fun arguing with anyone before. I got the impression T'Pol wasn't going to say anything to you.
She didn't. I'm her mother.
They're both very, very sweet together. I like, you know, Trip and T'Pol's relationship.
You prepared it?
The fuel generator just needed a little adjustment. As good as new.
If you have the time, perhaps you could repair my food synthesizer. Would you mind? Cost?
I need to speak with T'Pol.
Sorry, randomly distracted. Like I said, these are 2 really good episodes. So lots of Vulcan drama. You think a society that's designed to suppress emotions would basically have less drama, but it just has more somehow. Hey, Howard.
The answer should be obvious.
You've received my letters. You know I'm not interested in marriage.
The decision isn't ours alone. My parents believe in the old traditions. For them, betrothal cannot simply be dismissed.
You have the option of
Oh,
choosing.
it can totally be
I
dismissed.
don't want it.
You should be aware I've been ill recently.
Hey, Wolfie.
It could take some time for me to recover it, assuming it's even possible.
I can help. My a man of influence. He knows the finest doctors in the province. I intend to go through with this.
What if I declare the Caliphate?
Is that what you want?
Caliphate.
A fight to the death. Perhaps your human friend would make a suitable challenge.
You find this amusing?
No. Call a challenger if you wish. I'll do whatever's necessary.
It's best if you leave.
I may be able to help your mother.
What do you mean?
My father could have her reinstated.
She retired.
She was asked to resign.
Why?
I said more than I should.
Seriously, this is like real big drama. Vulcan drama.
Vulcan for 1 year. You could resume your career with Starfleet after that.
Is that what you want? An absent wife?
I'd want you to be happy.
He really does love her. That's just so tragic, really.
How about that?
I don't care about it.
Just to the left of
Sorry
Polaris.
about that, guys. Jeffrey, I'm glad you got the new videos.
Maybe you a little back someday?
I'm doing basic person's commission right now, and I've basically done the outline. I'm just fixing some extra details.
Maybe we weren't ready.
It's safe for work, guys. There's no keenness. But I'm using that piece of paper because I flattened it out. That was water damaged, but I flattened it out, and once it's scanned in, it should be fine.
You weren't stirring up trouble while exploring.
I'm doing it at a different angle, so I'm trying something new, kind of.
There are starships in mothballs?
No, we need them. Look at the Vulcans. They're not explorers. They keep their ships close to home. Never know who's going to come calling.
That's not the mission either one of us signed up for.
Maybe you'll feel differently after you've delivered a few dozen eulogies.
Oh, she's being edgy. Edgy boy alert.
It's difficult to meditate with you standing there.
She literally just got there.
This retirement wasn't your choice.
It
That's
was
not the kind of
totally
retirement.
my choice.
I chose to retire rather than face dismissal. I was under investigation by the security ministry. They claimed I had taken restricted data from the Academy archives. Did you? No. They don't understand.
Now all the
Their
noises
accusations
do.
were fabricated. I was told that if I left the Academy, they would end the inquiry. Why would the ministry do this?
How big did I make the old dog's beard? Quite big.
Because of me. They blamed me for the incident at Bijan. After the monastery was destroyed, the first minister was dismissed. You've made many enemies here. They couldn't reach me on Enterprise, so they punished you. It's criminal. How could you let them do this? You've changed. Your emotions were always close to the surface, but you managed to suppress them. It's because of this Commander Tucker, isn't it? He's the reason why you refused to bond with Kars. Do you really believe that a human and a Vulcan can have a future together? Imagine the shame your children would endure.
Oh,
assuming that you
racist.
could have children. That wouldn't be your concern.
In your face, Mum. Meanwhile, on Earth, that we don't give a shit about, because It's the glasses. I haven't put the glasses on yet. That's why. Not my glasses. I haven't put the glasses on him yet. That's why the. That's why it doesn't look. It doesn't look right yet. I don't care. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. You cannot make me. Can't make me. I don't care what happens.
I'm not even sure what all right means.
Want to talk about it?
Means, are you okay?
There's no code among climbers. Anything that happens on the mountain stays there.
You don't know why I'm out here. I figured this was the last place I'd run into anyone who want to shake my hand or take my picture or tell me I'm an inspiration to their children.
Spock grazes his eyebrow. Well, it's just that it makes sense because basically, like,
You did what any captain would have done.
you know, on the original series, they were incredibly racist to Spock. They're incredibly racist to Spock and other cultures.
Where are you going,
It's
John?
weird how crazy racist they are.
Climbing in the middle of the night?
And
It'd be a shame if you lost your footing. It's a long way down.
it would explain why why Vulcans are actually so racist towards humans sometimes. Sometimes. That's the thing. It's not an always thing. They're not always racist.
All I'm trying to do is get away from you. I look at you, and I see the person I was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
The explorer that my father would be.
So I've got to add a shirt on the big boy.
Something out there. I don't know how to get it back.
Well, apparently sex is the answer to everything. Actually, sex is a pretty good answer to stuff.
I haven't done it in a while. Whatever you lost. Maybe I can help you find it.
Ew! Volcano.
You know, if we have time when we get back to Earth, I'd like to show you some sights.
Son of a bitch, there's spiderwebs on my pup hood.
Everything okay?
There's something I need to tell you. I've decided to marry
There's one spider that's just crawling around making webs today.
Marry him?
If I join his family, my mother will regain her position as academy. His father is a senior minister with a great deal of influence.
I don't get it. Are they forcing you to do this?
The decision was mine. My mother resigned because of my actions.
You told me 3 years ago you didn't even love this guy. So you're just going to leave Starfleet and move back to Vulcan?
I've been negotiating with Koss's family.
Negotiating?
They've agreed. We won't have to reside together. Not right away. I'll remain on Enterprise for the time being.
That's real generous of him.
Trip, I have to do this. For many reasons.
And how am I supposed to take this?
I'm sorry.
You're sorry. You brought me 16 light years just to watch you get married to someone you barely know.
That's the human bullshit. Seriously, I do not care. I don't care how Archer's doing. I don't.
We should have brought a camera.
You remember that planet I told you about? There was a mountain range on the southern continent. The view was almost as amazing as this.
That's a good day's climb we've got ahead of us. We can reach the summit by nightfall, but We should get moving.
I think the view is fine from here. I'm glad you tagged along.
No. There's still something I'm not quite clear about.
What's that?
Why did we stop seeing each other?
I was your superior officer. It wasn't appropriate.
You're not my superior anymore.
Fellow he's like, oh yeah, now we can bone some more.
Remember Starfleet reports. The captains of the only 2 warp flagships?
You're forgetting the climber stuff.
So, what's the verdict? Am I gonna live?
Your parasite account is almost negligible. This should dispose of the rest of them.
I hope you're gonna make it tonight. Madam Chang, don't tell me that you forgot.
Oh, my osmotic eel is under the weather. I should stay aboard until she's feeling better.
No, you've been talking about the egg drop soup at this place for as long as I've known you.
I'm sure you and Ensign Mayweather will enjoy it.
I spoke with Travis. What happened to you there?
Oh, it must mean nothing more than an instinctive defensive response.
So you're going to stay aboard the ship because of some loudmouth in a bar?
My presence could provoke another incident. Someone could get hurt.
This isn't the way to deal with prejudice.
Not just handbook,
The best thing is to show your
if
face
I
and
have
remind people
more
that there are
picks,
aliens who don't want to blow up the planet.
I can't blame those
just
just reacted. Earth has survived a horrific attack.
I'm confused.
Besides, I have friends to keep me company. Now, if it's not too much trouble,
I'll bring you some takeout.
The details of this debriefing will remain classified as ordered by the Command Council. There are no further questions.
Is he seriously okay now?
Ambassador, I want to apologize for what I said to you the other day. I was out of line.
Yes, you were.
I like Savol, so I can't be mad at Savol.
Your actions, while being morally questionable, were necessary. I opposed your appointment as captain of Enterprise, but it's obvious now that I was wrong. Paul has told me that the Expanse would have someday encompassed hundreds of systems, including Vulcan. You've done a great service for both our worlds. Thank you.
Come in.
Koss and his family are waiting.
I'll be there as soon as I can. Know any good tailors?
These clothes belonged to my husband. They fit you well.
Aren't you bothered by the fact that the hull doesn't...
What happened to her dad?
She's fulfilling her family obligation. I met my husband only once before we were joined. In time, we developed a deep connection to each other.
Yeah. Well, maybe she'd rather make a connection with someone else.
Have you informed Paul?
Informed her of what?
You're in love with him. Vulcans may not express their emotions, but we are sensitive to them.
They're fucking telepathic.
I don't think I knew it until we were standing over that lava field. And she told me she was going to marry Koss. That's when it hit me. I was going to lose her. I wanted to tell her right there, but I couldn't.
There's still time.
I thought you didn't approve.
I may not condone your relationship, but it's important for her to have all the facts.
If I say anything, the Paul might call off the wedding. Or worse, not call it off. She's got enough pressure on her as it is. I don't want to make things any more complicated.
He's got the respect of the mother. At least that's nice.
You look amazing.
I'm grateful that you're here.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
She looks like she's going to snap at any moment and just kill everybody.
What ye are about to witness comes down from the time of the beginning without change. This is the Vulcan heart. This is the Vulcan soul. This is our way.
Our way. Hello, Dr. Rory. I don't know how to put this text on the shirt. There's like 3 ways that I could do this. But yeah, he wants the words fat and happy on the shirt. Wait a minute, let me just put it up. Okay, I don't know what this is a different commission. He asked me to do something else. I never got this message until now. There's a whole different thing on here. But he asked me in the chat to do something else. So where did this come from? This is definitely his character, so I'm confused. I'll just look at the art sheet. I thought it was just going to be in here. I think he was fat and happy, but I thought it might be something else. It doesn't sound right now to me. I'll change the episode in just a second. I've got to check this. Come on. There it is. Right. Big and happy. It was the second thing. Big and happy. Okay. big and happy. Should there be an ampersand there, or should I just do like, should I do it like big and happy, or big and happy, or big and happy? I don't know what to do it in. I mean, either all of these would look okay on this shirt, but I'm just not entirely. I kind of like the second one idea. I'm gonna try one of them. In the meantime, I've hurt my side somehow. I don't know how I did this. I've got an achy pain in my side. Okay, one of my favorite episodes.
The transport shuttle, no armaments. The engines are down, life support failing. Crew, 2 biosites, human. To be. Send a squad to the docking port.
I know the main Klingon. I know the captain. The Klingon captain. Oh, this is good.
Walk, human! Contact the high house. Inform them of the prisoner's request instructions. Commander, disrupt the fire near the bridge.
I mean, that was such an awesome opening sequence. Oh. Been a long time. My time is flying. I will see my dreams come alive and fast. I will touch the sky, and I'm not gonna hold it down no more. No, they're not gonna change my mind, 'cause I got faith of the heart. Go to the heart will take me. I've got faith to believe I can do anything. I've got strength of the soul. No one's gonna bend or break me. I can reach and fly. I've got faith. I've got faith. Into the heart. There we go. Oh, this is one of the good ones. This is what Wolfie might have gotten this already, but this is basically why there's that description in in my thing. It's because of this guy. But if you don't watch Star Trek, you probably don't know who this is. But he's kind of a big deal in the Star Trek world, or whatever. Big Show is in this as well. The Big Show is in this episode.
The name of the prison acting?
Huh.
I need to ask you some questions. I'm kind of in the middle of something. It won't take long.
Well, I've got a map how
I suppose it's not every day one gets to speak to the man who saved the planet.
letters go over.
Please.
This T-shirt.
Apologize for the clutter. I'm not allowed traditional recording devices.
Ah, I like that. Wolfie's like, oh yes.
Every security door in the building.
I was particularly proud of that. I made it all the way to Sausalito. On the rare occasion I get stuck on a problem, I find a vigorous escape attempt helps to clear the head. Go ahead. The DNA sequences. That one is for a modification.
Why does he always want me to do? Every time I've done a shirt design for him, he's always wanted me to do a G. Doesn't he know how difficult G's are to do?
By 5%. None of this will ever be tested. They clear out my room every few months.
He wants me to write big and happy on his shirt.
Why invest so much time and energy on things no one will ever use?
How can supposedly intelligent species reject technology that would enhance ability, relieve suffering?
Genetic engineering has caused a lot of suffering.
So did splitting the atom. Yet the first ships to colonize the solar system were nuclear powered. But you're not here to discuss that.
Someone attacked a Klingon bird of prey. The entire crew was massacred. The ship is missing.
I read the reports. I understand the Klingons are quite annoyed. Looks like you might have saved Earth for nothing.
Notice how the Klingons are quite annoyed.
Klingon crew in space. DNA was recovered from the bodies.
Let me guess.
Understatement? Much? Oh, I've got to do an ampersand as well.
They were augments. Their genetically enhanced DNA matched embryos stolen from a medical facility over 20 years ago. Stolen by you.
It's on my keyboard, so it's very easy to actually
Top secret medical research station.
to copy an ampersand.
Diseases, along with genetically engineered embryos left over from the eugenics wars.
Oh,
It's been kept from the public for obvious reasons.
I remember Sung's trial. He wouldn't say what he did with the embryos he stole.
Now he claims that he took them to a planet in the Trialis system and raised them. They were around 10 years old when he was captured, a decade ago.
So there could be a bunch of augments from the eugenics wars running around loose.
Not a pretty thought.
What would they want with a Klingon bird of prey? We don't know. Neither does Sung. At least he claims he does. But he does think he can convince them to surrender without a fight.
We're bringing him along.
There's also the fact that he spent time in the Borderland.
The Borderland?
The area where the Klingon ship was attacked.
It's a volatile region between the Klingon Empire and the Orion Syndicate. It attracts the most dangerous elements from both. Sorry I asked.
The Klingons have threatened to retaliate with everything they've got. We're the fastest ship and the most experienced crew. We have to find the augments and bring them back. It's the only way to avert a war. We launch in 6 hours.
Oh, the Klingons, who cares? Actually, no, that is bad. That is like super bad.
With mounted disruptor cannons, photon torpedo launchers, these ships are so
Funny face.
A fine ship.
I thought you'd been pleased.
I didn't sanction this attack. If you'd failed, they would have come after all of us.
I didn't fail.
Their government knows what we did.
It's really good because basically the actor that's playing
Find us.
one of the augmented guys, is
It's time for us to leave this godforsaken planet.
studied Khan, like the mannerisms of Khan, so well.
No, Rocky. Say it.
It just looks like and sounds like Khan sometimes. Again, if you don't know Star Trek, you don't know who Khan is.
Notify me when the rest of our supplies are on board.
We're leaving orbit.
Honestly, it's a big deal. It is a big deal.
Permission to come aboard, sir?
This is my science officer, it's Paul.
No need for an introduction. I admire your people very much. We share a similar view of humanity.
What view is that?
That it could stand some improvement.
I believe that's true of most species, if not all.
My tactical officer, Lieutenant Reed.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of you. But I don't recognize your face. You're not getting your fair share of publicity. I think I've had a lot of that.
We've prepared some quarters. You'll be under guard at all times. If you should decide you need to clear
There we go. I think.
We're on a starship, soon to be at high warp. Where exactly would
I think I'm done with the layout, and I will be doing the inking later. But I'm just so distracted by this
I can
episode.
examine the DNA samples the Klingons recovered. I can tell you something about the current state of the ordnance.
I'll have the information sent to your quarters.
A laboratory would be preferable. Your sick bay.
What do you guys think?
Dr. reputation rivals my own. Before I was in prison, of course.
If you're wondering about the angle, I've got like a
I'll
little
consider it.
thing at the bottom explaining what position he's in.
So how's that?
Honey,
Perspective is kind of a bit
I
weird.
woke up 2 weeks after I left.
Anyway. Nice, says Wolfie.
That I'll need another day.
Just as unclear through my idea.
That's okay. I will be doing the ink version of it.
We don't have time to go over all the details. Just, gonna hit that button.
we're clear for launch.
Here we are again.
I know, right? It never ends.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Travis?
Why can't a Paul just wear a uniform? I never understood that. There's this whole big thing. Paul never wears an actual proper uniform.
I just received an intelligence report.
She always wears an approximation of a
Klingon
uniform.
warship was spotted near Proxima Cone. Admiral Forrest thinks
But she's
they could be
proper
conducting
Starfleet now.
reconnaissance for future strikes.
So she should be wearing a uniform.
I want to keep you up to date.
My government is trying to work out a diplomatic solution. There's still a chance they'll be successful.
Small chance.
Like really.
One other thing. It's your first official day of duty. Commander T'Pol. Present.
It's a box.
It's from the early 20th century. Should help keep you pointed in the right direction. I'm glad you're with us.
Thank you, Captain.
Captain Starlog, May 17th, 2154. We crossed into the borderlands, 3 light years from where the Klingons were attacked. Still, no sign of their ship.
They're not just going to be there.
He was the rebellious
What
one.
do they expect?
Reminded me of myself when I was his age.
We got sent to the Borderlands. Oh, well, they're not here.
I can't
Okay,
think
going
of them as
home.
my own children.
Bullshit, you know?
Must have been difficult for you to leave them behind. I knew they'd survive. This is extremely sophisticated work for 20th century Earth. Well, I made some modifications of my own. Really? What kind of modifications? Well, I prefer to let my work speak for itself. I think it already has. I didn't realize you shared humanity's reactionary attitude toward this field of medicine. On the contrary, we've used genetic engineering on Denobula for over 2 centuries to generally positive effect. But you don't approve of what I've done. You try to redesign your species. First time that attempt on Earth, the result was 30 million deaths. Can't let past mistakes hold us back. It's your responsibility as a scientist to learn from past mistakes. And what makes you think I haven't? I can read.
It's just such a nice comeback. It is a really good episode. I just like everyone's reaction to everybody in this episode. It's just really good for me. Also, the Big Show's in this episode, and I happen to like the Big Show. I'll point him out, don't mind. That's where an advert would be.
Keep firing.
I'm picking up an energy surge from one of the interceptors. No.
Under the bridge. 2 of my people just disappeared. The interceptors are jumped to war. They're gone. It took 9 people, including T'Pol.
There never used to be Orions in this area. Must have expanded their range of operations.
Orion's a dream, people.
They really liked your science officer.
How do I get them back?
The males are huge.
That's not what I asked you. They've most likely been taken to a processing station.
Like big, meaty, orcish kind of guys. That's what. That's the males. And the women are petite and
What'll happen to them there? They'll be ushered
green.
into a new station as slaves. These stations are heavily guarded. Only legitimate traders are permitted to enter.
There's going to be another episode on them later. Don't
I
worry.
had to establish a relationship with the Orions. They helped me acquire certain goods and equipment I needed to survive.
They pop up on Star Trek a lot, Orions. Did you see the movie? The first Star Trek movie?
Rakeen is taking us to another system
Kirk was boning one
where we can live out our
before he had
lives
to
in
go
peace.
on his test. If you remember from the Star Trek 2009
It doesn't
movie.
tell me everything.
It's okay, Jeff. You didn't miss anything,
He
really.
didn't raise us to run away and hide.
Well, what do you propose?
You've been trying to convince Rakeen to reconsider.
He only wants one thing from me, and it isn't advice.
It doesn't suit you.
What?
Playing the victim.
So these are genetically super people.
Strongest for yourself.
I still do. What is it you want? There's plenty of time for them.
There he is. That's Big
Follow the
Show.
rules, we will suffer less. Take it.
There we go. Is this too loud, by the way, guys? We need to turn it down a little bit.
Ensign, Commander.
There we go.
You're right. It hurts. Don't touch it. Have you seen anyone else on the ship?
Just you.
An Orion slave.
He's green.
The Orion's trafficking for slavery.
He's Orion.
They're gonna come for us, right? The ship? The guns, get us out of here.
Ensign. I don't know your name.
Pierce. Jeffrey Pierce. I just signed one.
Jeff. Enterprise supplies will come. It may take some time. We should try to stay together until they get here.
Is Jack calling himself the Oink King?
Still hasn't used this code in years. Give it time.
You're clear to proceed.
Okay.
Transponder. It has a range of 10 kilometers.
Apparently he's doing a stream
Wander up more than a step or two, we bring you right back here.
on Periscope.
You don't like me, do
He
you?
says it's the Oink King.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
You probably blame me for what happened to your Vulcan friend.
That's enough.
Crew could use a sense of humor.
I want to say something, but I don't want to.
I have a feeling we're going to meet on the speed we can get.
I've got every transcript of every mission. I thought I was prepared. I knew what to expect.
If you wish, I can teach you how to minimize your time.
Yeah, I'd like that. I'd like that a lot.
Ah, here he is. He's holding her up. No, there's a Tellarite in the audience. I've always liked the Big Show, even if he is green.
Those are my last one soul to that watch.
That was shaking it. Oh, my stream went down. Ooh. Ooh, not good. No, don't.
At least we know four people still here. Doesn't seem to be much demand for you.
Those devices are next.
Neural restraints. Ingenious radio. They induce compulsive seizures and disobedient slaves. If the slave attempts to leave the premises,
So if you try to beat them out,
would recommend it, not if you want to lie.
Still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Only the women. Orion females are known for their strong appetites, their innate skills.
Does your mom have a specific icon?
What?
Does your hot dog have a specific icon?
you all right?
Take it.
My hot dog has a specific eye color. No.
Lighters are over there. We made a wrong turn. Thank you so much, though. Thank you for your help. Really, thank you. Thank you. You're used with every hand I give. Divide me from the others.
Some of them agree with what you did, taking the ship.
Forgot how we'd stayed alive all these years. My resolve was what kept us from starving to death on that rock.
They believe it's Malik who liberated us from that rock.
You will see.
How can you say that?
I hear it in your voice.
Malik's doing more than arguing with your commands. He's plotting against you.
On a tiny ship, how can they have this much corridor space?
He told me.
I-
Alex always wanted me. I knew he was planning something, so I let him think I wanted him as well. He said that you're weak. That you're making all of us weak. That you're betraying Father's principles. That if Father were here, he'd choose Malik to lead us.
I will betray Father's principles.
Yeah, they're on a tiny clinic ship, and there's not much corridor space. Well, what I'm saying is that there's a lot of them, and they're somehow walking along around in the ship for a long time, and they're talking.
You don't sell as a slave.
And you don't see anyone else. Are they all on the bridge? Is everyone on the bridge but them? That's what I mean. It's weird.
That's barely enough to cover the expense of processing it.
Located at 6 kilos of titanium cobalt.
What's titanium cobalt?
I'll explain later. Just get it.
I should know what that is. I don't know what titanium cobalt is.
We normally remove the restraint after a sale. We use the extra titanium to bribe one of the guards to deactivate it and leave it on. Why can't we just buy the rest of our people? Those already been sold. We don't have time to try and buy them all.
Titanium is an alloy of titanium, gold, and another metal, but I can't remember what it is.
If I remember my history, these outfits you love so much had plenty of slaves.
It's like super strong.
It was treated like
They use it to line ships' hulls and stuff.
Well, we should buy it in a second. We're fast.
I told him everything. He thinks you're planning an attack against him.
Is he going to move against me? See for yourself. Is this the move you expected? It's between us. I saved your life once when we were children. Pulled you from the river when you fell in. I remember. 10 years later, you're plotting against me. I'm the strongest and the smartest. Doesn't look that way from here. You will never have trapped me like this. But I have.
I'm sorry, Rakeem.
It's between us. So, Jaya, listen to me. They only listen to me. No.
It's very calm. They listen to me now.
Now's the time. I've come to you. When I called you my brother, I am your brother. When you rejected our father's wishes, you stopped being one of us. And when that happened, you ceased to exist. Which makes this an act of mercy.
So they're genetically modified, and they're supposed to be like super awesome and everything. But their aggression is somehow turned up. Either that, or they're so superior that they just believe that they're better than humankind, which they are, but just the arrogance, you know. Anyway. There's a teller right outside that really wants to get his hands on to Vol because he just paid for her and everything. But I just find it funny. Because he's standing outside, kind of rubbing his hands together and looking at her. It's kind of gross, but tell her it's a cute. Oh, she kicked Big Show in the nuts.
You and Sue are the only ones left. That way. Okay, and beat them up. Sue's transponder signal. It's dead. It's dead for the landslide. We're trying, but there's too many people down there.
So I just noticed that there's a couple of extras that are acting.
You knew exactly where the Orions were operating. You knew they'd abduct members of my group. Maybe you were even hoping they'd get you.
With an outside chance?
You were determined to escape, no matter who got hurt.
No one was injured.
9 of my people were nearly sold into slavery. 2 of them may have permanent physical damage because of the restraints.
I didn't take this action lightly.
Is that supposed to justify what you did?
I'm simply saying it wasn't easy for me to place you and your crew in jeopardy. I respect you, Captain.
Then tell me how to find the others.
You know where they're going.
Mhm.
They didn't steal a Klingon ship to go sightseeing.
They're dangerous.
In the future, they're stronger, smarter, free from sickness, with lifespans twice as long as our own. More than anyone should appreciate what this means.
Why me?
Your father suffered from Clark's disease. His final years were marked with extreme pain.
My father has nothing to do with this.
He didn't need to suffer. Genetic engineering could have cured him. Those who want to suppress my augments are the same ones who condemned your father to death. Turn the ship around, Captain. Go home.
Turn the ship around.
I'm gonna find them, Doctor. Whether you help me or not.
Where do all the extra beds come from when I mean, they're just everywhere now.
You're supposed to be resting.
Dr.
In
Fox
sick
said
bay,
it was in my
there's
teeth.
3 bio beds,
I got that thing off, no problem.
and then there's like a bunch of cots on the floor. Where do they all come from? Do they just have them in sick bay storage somewhere? I mean, they must do, I
Let's
guess.
get back to that.
Vulcans
So
don't have
the
honeymoons.
is that they're stranded somewhere.
After the ceremony, I
Yeah.
went to Mount Solea to meditate. Alone.
Some of my places anyway.
Tell me how far.
Failing us.
This is Captain Archer. Starting now, Robert. They were members of my crew. You kidnapped them.
Disengage or warp drive and deactivate your weapon.
That isn't going to happen.
It is the Klingons.
They're retreating.
The Klingons requested to talk.
I know he's on this ship. We received his signal. When he tried to escape, I saw him access the console. You were expecting it. Where is he? In the brig. In a prison cell. I want to speak with him. I can't allow that. We saved your ship. My ship wouldn't have been in danger if we hadn't come looking for you. What is it you want with us? My orders are to take you back to them. Us. Considers my father a criminal. Why? Because he brought us to life. You want to take us back to a world that opposes our very existence. You attacked the Klingon vessel. They're threatening war. That's not our problem. We don't care what happens to you. Humanity is no longer relevant.
What would they do with the augments?
One of your philosophers, Nietzsche.
If they took them back to Earth, what would happen if they took the augments back to Earth?
Mankind is something to be surpassed. You think he was talking about you?
Hmm.
I'm about to attack you. You see, you need a warning. You're not fast enough. Let him go. We have 5 times your strength. Double your intelligence. Let him go. I'll tear out his throat. Blow your orders. Now. Process.
I've broken the security code. We're ready.
They were hit with stun-setting rifles, and they didn't go down. They are augments.
Persis.
I can't help you. Alec. I knew we'd see each other.
Seriously, what would they do if they took them back to Earth? Would they kill them? Would they imprison them? Which doesn't make sense.
Nothing to say, Captain. What should we do? Let them go.
But they'll just come after us. Their ships will sail them.
By the time it's repaired, we'll be far away. Been a pleasure, Captain. Take my advice. Go home and start learning how to speak Klingon.
I know what the Klingons will do. Once they got to Earth, they will basically enslave the population, and yeah, bullshit would happen. Earth's kind of too far away to actually
Back on Earth. And I doubt
be part of the Empire.
that work.
So I don't think they'd actually annex the system.
We're going to build a new world, but we can't begin that task just yet. Thousands of your brothers and sisters are waiting to be born. Let's go get them.
No, to be continued. Yeah. Well, we get to see Cold Station 12, and one of my kind of he's a little bit of a, I can't remember his name, but he's been in everything. A little bit of a crush of mine, but we'll get to that tomorrow. Anyways, how's this upload doing? It's gonna take an hour and 43 minutes. That's bullshit. I'm not buying it. Oh, it's a 20-minute video, that's why. Oh well. Oh, what are you up to? You said you were waiting at the store and stuff.
Sketch. Hoping to get at least one sketch done today. And that is the sketch I'm doing with your characters.
Okay.
See how it goes. Next, I'm gonna work on Whoopi's character sketch after the just.
Who keeps posting pictures of just like close-ups of hippos?
Of what? Hippos?
Somebody keeps posting a picture. Margus Maxent.
Marco Maxent.
He's the guy who did the reptile hippo. For anyway, yeah, but no, he keeps posting pictures of close-ups of hippos. Okay. Why is this a thing? It's in the furry fun channel. Ugh. Ugh. Excuse me. It's in the furry fun channel. Also, one Rome has spawned in the server. I don't know who that is. Ah, I sting this. Oh, where's the deal? Just randomly just sticking. So you decided to go with pork chop instead of
Yeah.
5 or the pig.
Yeah, and the reason being is because of what you said. You're talking about how pork chop was kind of the mix of the sweet and romantic of the dog, and then the kind of the daddy dominant daddy of the pig, I guess.
Well, yeah, he kind of just wants to have a different kind of fun. Okay. I think that's good. Well, that was random.
What?
I'm just really hoping that this isn't Juan, because I'm gonna have to kick him pretty quickly if he does just jump onto the voice channel and start yelling at us in Spanish. I have a feeling is all. I have a bad feeling now.
But where's Juan from? Do you know?
Mexico.
No, I mean, have you encountered him before?
Yes, on YouTube chat, the chat room. It's that Juan. You don't know about Juan?
Yeah, I think I wasn't really sure it was related to that or not. I just need to jog my memory a bit because I was there for when Juan was there and he was just babbling some whatever. So
He keeps telling me to speak Mexican, and it's like I don't speak Spanish, you know. And yeah, that's the annoying thing. Yeah, I know you do, Jeff. That's the annoying thing, is that basically he'll speak to me in English, he'll speak in the chat, like a few sentences of almost perfect English, and he'll understand my responses, and then he will speak in nothing but capitalized letters of Spanish. And it's like, and then for a long period of time, after a long period of time, he will actually just randomly say, you know, do you speak Mexican? He's disappeared off of Discord now. I think that was him.
I don't know when the
I mean, if it's not him, then I do apologize. But I've got a feeling. I've got a bad feeling. I've got a weird feeling, in fact, that some bullshit is about to happen. I'm hovering over his name on Discord.
well, I mean, I can't know until something actually happens. So.
It's just that yeah, I've got the cursor is over the ban Juan button. It's ready. You won't do anything now because I said that. Again, if it's not you, I do apologize, but there is a guy called Juan who basically, yeah, is a continuous pain in the ass. I don't speak English. You do. You totally do. Because you just spoke English and you spoke to me a few sentences of proper English before. So you don't give me that shit.
Yeah, obviously understands you, so it's...
Yeah, I have nothing against the guy even. I just wish that he would talk fucking English. I went northern just then. Went all northern. learn fucking English. No, again, I'm really trying not to be mean to the person, but yeah. They're not saying anything in the chat either, so it doesn't help. I know that somebody else is watching. It might be somebody completely different now, but I know that somebody else is watching because it says so on the viewer counter. Because I know how that works now. I know how the viewer counter works now. So yeah. I see Jack's got a new server up and everything, so that's cool.
Yep, yep.
Who's running that server? Oh no, actually. I love cake. Oh, they've gotten rid of it. Discord has had an update. It's gotten rid of all of the little crowns over people's heads, over people's names. That's what I mean. I was looking at Jack's server and I was like, how did he make a server with no lead person, you know? That was bugging me for ages, and then I noticed that on Nubez servers that also he's got no crown anymore. But I've only just seen my own name in my list, and it's like, yep, I also have no crown anymore. I've been decrowned. Sounds painful.
Try and draw him with suspenders and try and figure out how it would bend over the belly and that stuff.
They usually don't. They just kind of like go over it.
Yeah, go off to the side. That's what I was looking at. I was just wondering how that would look like in the direction I have your workshop in right now. So.
He's left the chat room.
Who won?
He's left the server. Profile.
Yeah.
He's left the building. Yeah. I have no problem with him being in the server and stuff. I just don't want him to be harassing people just because like they're not speaking Spanish.
Your face.
Your face.
Your face.
So's your face.
It's collarbone, silly. Oh, so does Andy stumble.
I'm still hovering over the button just in case I've got a bad feeling. Oh, I've been getting a couple of messages from people after I've told them about the whole that I'm still on YouTube and everything. I keep getting the messages back saying, "Oh, can you do that if you've been kicked off of one of your channels?" And I said, "Well, there was a message saying that you can't do that, but it's still that big of a deal." And then they're like, "But it's a huge deal. They can block your IP address so that you can't even see YouTube." I was like, so
they haven't yet. So
yeah, they haven't yet, but they've done it. Apparently they've done it to a couple of people.
Oh.
So I'm a little bit nervous now. Whenever my computer is like slowly upload something, they shouldn't slowly upload something and stuff like that. It's like a little bit concerned. Only because I watch YouTube for other things.
Yeah, I understand that.
So it's going to be a real pisser if basically I couldn't watch the Game Grumps anymore and all the other things.
Well, I mean, worst comes to worst, I'm up for giving you passwords and stuff so you can log on.
Well, I hope it doesn't happen. Well, that's the thing. If I'd screwed up, then I would consider, if I'd screwed up and accidentally showed my dick or something like that, and YouTube shut down my channel and everything, and then I'd be like, fair enough. I'll take a few months off or something of YouTube. I probably would have still done the Pornhub thing, but I'll take a few months off of YouTube and then I'll consider coming back to it then. But because it was such a random, you're banned kind of thing for no reason, I kind of feel like it's a mistake. And all my other channels, I'm not doing anything wrong still. I'm still very careful. So yeah, I've been extra careful on the other YouTube channels. In fact, I've actually age restricted a lot of my content. Whenever I basically show bare chest, I basically age restrict it. So yeah, so I'm being even more careful. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get mega kicked. Like, I'm not gonna get Alex Jones. Yeah. That's what I mean. I'm not going to get Alex Jones. I think I'm okay. I'm not spreading hate speech or anything. But yeah, I do appreciate the concern though for those people that have sent me those messages. I do appreciate it. But I told them that they can also go to Pornhub to check out my stuff anyway. If my channels do go down or another channel of mine goes down or whatever. So yeah. Exactly, because none of that has happened. You haven't done that. Okay, yes, I saw the age restricted. Good thing. Yeah. Sorry, that was a lot of there's no grammar. My brain is really struggling with the whole random dyslexia thing tonight. Well, I've noticed that actually over the past few days, like my reading has been shit. I've had to really concentrate on stuff. I'm hoping it's just fatigue and it's not actually anything serious. It's probably nothing serious.
Yeah, most likely it's just fatigue.
Fatigue. Fatigue.
I used to like because whenever I looked at words, I would like pronounce all the letters. So Kappa for me is like calf, and because I want to follow like the rules of like proper grammar and everything, So it's like silently. Let's go to the calf for a cup of coffee. Fatigue.
but that's the cafe. Oh my god. A not small spider just crawled out of my filing cabinet. Right, got to remember not to open that bag. It went inside the bag.
Jeez.
It's just I don't want to go. I don't want to try to pick up the bag and put it outside because it did it not slowly. So it's like if I pick up the bag, I am in danger of having a not small spider on my hand, on my arm. Oh, no, not small. It's not small. It's I can't see it anymore. It's it wouldn't fit in my glass. Great, now it's not coming out of that bag. I'm going to forget that it's there, and then I'm going to need something in that bag, and then I'm going to open that bag, and then find a giant spider in it. And that'll be great.
I was going to say, hi, I'm here.
Which is great, because I wanted a heart attack tomorrow morning. I was just fancying a cardiac arrest tomorrow. I don't know if it's even in the bag now. Now that I'm looking at the bag, I'm like, did it go behind the bag, or is it actually got in the bag? I don't know. I hate not knowing where big spiders are.
I don't know.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the words thing. That is a dyslexia thing. That is definitely a dyslexia thing, where you say the word how it's spelled because you want to remind yourself how it's spelled. So it's like I've even gotten Damon saying it now. Whenever I say knife, I say knife. Well, whenever I say the day Wednesday, I don't say Wednesday. I say Wednesday. Wednesday. But it's not just me. It's like a bunch of people I know who have dyslexia. It's just the way that, yeah, it reminds them. And whenever I'm saying the word fatigue, I'm actually thinking of the word fatigue. 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 Yeah. But yeah, that's actually where that comes from. That's where people like say knife, or when they say cafe. A cafe in the UK, by the way, is not actually a weird term, but it's just that's where it comes from. It's from people with dyslexia, basically just spelling out things because things aren't how they're actually spelt and said and all that stuff. I had a friend who used to pronounce it canifi. Okay, canifi, not califi. But that's the thing Paul was just talking about that's the Vulcan mating ritual. That's the fight to the death.
Knife.
Well, it's actually you put an L. You take away the N and you put an L after the I, so it's califi. Oh wait, cal. Yeah, you put the L where the N is. Califi. It's the Vulcan fight to the death for the right to mate and all that stuff. In Stitchuki. We're going to do this for everything now. Look at my code language. Put Y's on the end of everything, or EY's on everything. I've got to remember before I go back in the house that there's a giant spider right there.
Spidery.
Because if I just casually go out, I'm either going to squish it or it's going to be on me anyway. I've had big spiders on me before.
I think just like out of all the birds flies on me, and just that's how you talk now.
No, because then I would have to kill myself. An hour and a half. Yes, please be careful. It'll be fine. It's just a spider. Now that I know it's there, basically, I'm not that scared of it anymore. It's just the initial shock of it just randomly coming out of this. How do you even get out of that crack? There's a crack.
Just like, hi-ho, I'm here. Hello, I'm announcing my presence.
It's making my legs kind of like paranoid. You know, I keep thinking that there's something on my leg now. It's not the flies because they're all dead. Oh, except for that one. That was right in my face just now. I really do think that was one. Like that. What is Juan doing over there? He said he's trying to find himself. Huh. I guess it takes one to know one.
On what?
Oh, don't make
That
me
next one, no what, but on what?
don't make me explain this joke. Jeffrey, you shouldn't have laughed. Shame on you. It's not funny, okay? It's not.
Text one to no one, but one
I didn't catch anything, Wolfie. I remember it's just a really bad cartoon strip that I saw once.
One.
Okay, it's just a bad joke that I saw in a newspaper once, okay?
You said you text one to no one.
Do you really not get it, or are you actually trolling me? Is that what's happening right now? Is this a betrayal? It's a terrible joke. What do you? This is a bad joke. This is the bad joke that my mother keeps trying to. She keeps doing this. She does this to me every year, and basically, I know it so well. But no, what do you call a deer that can't see? What do you call a deer that can't see? I'm asking anybody, by the way. Don't look it up. Don't look up this. Don't.
I'm thinking. I'm like thinking very about this right now. I have to know it.
You have to know it.
I'm just like, come on, think right. Think.
I bet Wolfie already knows this one.
I don't know. I give up. Can't even say YouTube right now, so I don't know.
Wolfie, do you have an idea? You don't know it. Are you saying you don't have you have no idea? You have to say no idea. And I'm supposed to say, that's right. Did you get it? Did you get it? Wolfie gets it.
What?
What do you call a deer that can't see? You're supposed to say, no idea. And I'm supposed to say, that's right. What do you call a deer that can't see and has no legs?
I don't know.
I'm waiting for the other guys to give up. Or say the correct thing. I'm really crap with my pipes today. I have no idea why. I can hear basically I can basically hear the computing going on in people's heads. Are you saying you still have no idea? Guys, you're supposed to say still no idea. And I'm supposed to say, exactly. You're so good at this.
Now explain that one to me.
Oh my god! I'll wait to see if anybody gets it first. I will explain it. I will. Face desk. I love that. After the first one, Wolfie was like face palm, but now he's just typed in face desk. Right. So you still have no idea, Howard?
Yeah.
Still no idea.
I think I get it.
There we go.
Because it's stupid. No.
Oh. Oh, Wolfie, you totally have my permission to use that. It's fine. I might type it into the chat on the Tubbs network. See who gets it. I'll let you guys post it. Actually, it's just yeah. I'll provide the necessary answer if nobody gets it within 4 posts.
I'm going to use it on my friend, the same friend that I already did
the butt for.
The butt for joke and the what is it? What's the other one? Fucking up dog.
There's the up dog, the butt for, and the dick for one. So yeah.
When I finally got her to do the right thing for the butt for joke, I laughed so hard.
Well, you just the other ones, they don't really require any skill because all of they've got to say is what's a butt for, or what's a dick for, you know, and then basically it's just getting them to say that because it's like, well, for peeing or for pooping, you know, but for getting them to say the up dog thing.
Yeah.
It's because it's an actual quote. Just that's yeah. I'm kind of waiting for it to appear. I don't know why.
Does anybody have any idea? You would call it no idea.
But no, my mother tries to do this to me every year. Just some point throughout the year. It doesn't even have to be at Christmas. She'll just randomly say, she'll just randomly pull out this gem, you know, and it's just, yeah, it's terrible. His reactions are so fun. Well, the thing is that I don't know. He might even be listening now. That's the thing. We might have just completely ruined it for him. But no, what I'll let you. I'll let somebody on Discord post the deer thing, and if I don't see like within like 4 or 5 like responses, I'll just write the answer and see who gets, if it's an actual legitimate answer or not. It doesn't have to be right now. I'm just saying, like in the future. Oh, but it's a terrible one. But it's a good one at the same time. It's almost as bad as the parachute paradox. Oh fuck! It's almost as bad as the. No, it's not going to work now. I meant to say, by the dead man paradox, the dead man riddle. But I said the complete opposite thing that I should have said. Yeah, Jeffrey, you know this one. Is that riddle that I asked? Howard, were you here for the riddle? It's not going to work.
So.
Yeah, it's not going to work now. Actually, I don't know. Well, it's just that there's one riddle that the first riddle that I ever had, the first riddle I ever heard, and basically like there's the riddle goes like this: there's a man laying dead in the middle of a field, right? And there's a bag next to him, and in the bag is something that could have saved his life. What is in the bag?
Yeah. You did mess it up.
Yeah, I fucked it up super amazingly bad. And it gets everybody all the time, even when they've forgotten it. Because some people just forget. Because I did do this. I did this to my best friend for like 2 years in a row, and she was like, "Oh my god, I remember this. I remember you asking me this last year. Why do I not remember it?" And I said, "I don't know. You should have written it down." And she was like, "But I remember everything. I remember. I remember you asking me, and I remember me guessing for fucking hours, because like I basically asked her." And then I said, "It's okay. I'm not going to see you until like a third period or something. So you've got 2 whole classes in order to figure this out." Because we were in high school, to figure this out. And basically, it was like after one of the first times I asked her, and yeah, she just completely couldn't figure it out. And then I basically just told her over break or lunch break or something, and yeah. Yeah, you forgot it too before, Jeff. Damn it! I should have. I totally fucked that up so bad. I did tell somebody before, and then basically, I did that riddle to somebody before, and they kept asking me a bunch of questions, and all I kept saying is, "I can't tell you. I can't tell you anything. That's all the information you've got." But yeah. What's the difference between an oral thermometer and a rectal thermometer? Are we talking serious stuff here, or are you just one goes in the mouth and one goes in the butt?
Oh gosh, Johnny's got me thinking. I'm just like trying to.
Yeah. What really actually screws that up, though, that joke up, is that you actually have taste receptors in your butt. I don't know if you know that, Wolfie, but you actually have taste receptors in your butt. Also, gross. Are we in Vegas? Are we going to have a naughty corner, Wolfie? Are we really going to have a naughty corner? Actually, I think at a bear leather event, they already have a naughty corner with like paddles and stuff. Yeah, in fact, no, yep, I've been to, yeah, I've seen it. Oh, then let's try this one. What's the difference between roast beef and I'm not answering that one. I'm gonna see Howard.
What?
What's the difference between roast beef and pea soup?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm thinking about it.
I need a fucking answer to that one. It still was fucking. Yeah, I got a feeling that he's gonna get real intimate with the paddles at in the naughty corner. Oh, they have a foot trap. They do actually have a foot trap at the naughty corner. I remember that.
Nice.
What's the legal term for Santa's? What's the legal term for Santa's elves? See, the problem is that Wolfie's doing the thing that basically like I don't want to give away the answer, but at the same time, I don't want to look stupid in case it's basically not the right answer.
Yeah.
So like this is like the roast beef one. I was just like, I know the answer to this, but what if it's a different joke? You know.
I'm just thinking of like, because there's the technical like the technical
I actually think I heard that one in Vegas. There was actually yeah, I did hear that one in Vegas because because there were a couple of those. Subby Santas. Yeah, in Vegas, like there's quite a large
That's nice of you, Wolfie.
Yeah. There's a large diverse age range at the event in Vegas. But so that means that there are quite a few rather nice Santa bears. Actually, one of them gave me that box press cigar, so that was nice. And was like super sweet. I'm about to give him a big hug when I see him again. But he, but yeah, there's quite a few of those. So yes, there are a few stubby Santas, and a few really nice dummy Santas. But no, I didn't have. I was not short on my Santa quota. There was a guy from Grommer also who was also there, and basically like he's really nice. We're probably going to see him lots in Vegas because basically he's just really nice to talk to, and he seems to know everybody. But he's got a big belly thing. He likes big bellies, big round bellies. And he found the biggest, roundest Santa and was basically like talking about him for a long time. And then all of a sudden, I kind of like, it was quite funny because he was like, oh, there he is. And I was like, who? What? Oh, him. Oh, right. So I bet you're going to talk to, and he was gone. And I looked back to the pool, and he's basically on his belly.
That's funny.
I was just like, it was super adorable. But it was just so unexpected. I didn't know he could move that fast. Hey Itchy.
Ew.
Every time I say Itchy, I instantly start playing the Itchy and Scratchy show theme in my head.
I'm fine with that.
I'm not.
I don't know if you are though.
It's gonna
Yeah,
hurt.
I figured.
I've been telling the guys my bad puns and stuff, and I completely fucked up the riddle, and then I nearly did it again.
You can do it right for me.
Well, I think you already heard it. You've heard about the dead man paradox.
If I did, I forgot.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so there's a man laying dead in the middle of a field.
Okay.
Next to him, he is a bag, and in the bag is something that could have saved his life. What's in the bag?
When he's dead, so he can't. You mean if he had used it before he was dead?
In the bag is something that could have saved his life. What's in the bag?
Oh, maybe like some kind of antidote, like allergic
Nope.
reaction antidote or something.
Nope. I don't think there's an antidote for that. No.
Like an EpiPen. Like maybe he got stung by something. I don't know.
Well, you could say that, but I'm not gonna give any clues really. It's basically one of the things that I can't give clues to. That's all the information you get. You know.
Well, I mean, you could say something, but I'm not going to say anything.
Well, I know. That's why I said I'm not going to give any clues. Do I mind if you give him clues? Kind of. Not really.
What's that?
I honestly, that was like my only guess.
That was your only guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a phone? Can I call for help?
You're going in the right direction.
He really isn't, though. I'm trying to think of how these things could save him.
Well, I mean, I'm just think he's going going away from the realm of like biology and
I guess if the phone was wind, like you could hear things through the wind, then maybe he could have called somebody. But then again, I wouldn't know what they would help him with.
yeah, there wouldn't be a lot they could do. In
that's what I mean, though. It's like,
I mean, unless they.
What is a wind? What do you mean?
well, that's the clue. I'm not going to highlight the clue for you.
You know, just air pressure. That's a very nasty way.
Oh. We think.
If you want me to just,
down to me after I've been working all fucking night.
I'm sorry. If you want me to just say it, just let me know.
Yeah, just tell me.
Well, earlier I completely screwed this up because I accidentally called it the parachute paradox.
Oh, God damn it.
That's what I mean. When you said, did he get stung from something? Well, I was like, well, it was kind of a really big something. Right, the planet stung him. But yeah, the planet kind of stung him on his entire body. So, yes.
I'm mad I didn't think of that.
Say the stain certainly made an impact.
Oh, bad. And I was telling them about no, let's see if this one works. This is more of a joke than it is a riddle. But I was telling the guys about this one joke that my mother keeps asking me should do at least once a year. But I've heard it so many times that I actually do remember it. So it doesn't really work anymore on me. But none of the guys have heard this before. But let's just try this. Okay.
Okay.
What do you call? I nearly just said it straight outright again. Jesus. What do you call a deer that can't see?
Deer-sighted?
No.
I was thinking it was like a pun joke.
It is kind of a pun.
Fuck. That's my guess.
You don't have any idea, Chris?
Deer that can't see.
He doesn't like he has any idea.
Yeah.
You could almost say he has no idea. I can't believe this. Yeah, no one heard of that. No one heard of that. Wolfie basically said, he just typed in facepalm when basically I said that. Right, no, it gets better. It gets better, right. What do you call? Damn it. I need to do it straight away again. What do you call a deer that can't see that also has no arms or legs? I like it.
Condom?
It's gone dead silent now as well. It's quite funny. The pressure's on. He must answer this question.
I feel like I'm like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and this is a $1 million question. And I'm out of lifelines. God damn it, Regis.
Well, I love how, I'm sorry, Howard, I'm not laughing at you, but I'm kind of laughing at you, how you didn't get it when I basically was trying to explain it. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, you said it, and I had to think about it, and I was like, oh.
Gia that can't see but also has no arms or legs.
Yeah.
Just a. Deers don't have arms.
Well, no. But this one also doesn't have any legs.
Oh man, I thought I figured it out.
You saying you still can't figure it out?
Yeah.
Are you saying you still have no idea?
Still, no idea at all.
Are you serious? God damn it. I'm gonna go now. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah, Wolfie said something like face desk. But that's the thing. I was saying still.
Probably like a bedtime story to Wolfie.
Apparently he loved it. I did say to them that basically like if they want they can post it in the chat, and if they didn't get it then I would just write the answer within 4 posts. I'll just write the answer and see if anybody gets the answer even.
Yeah. I want to fuck with so many people now.
Well, between this and the updog thing, it's terrible. It's almost like Buffalo. Damn it! I thought you were gonna be like, "What's the no?" It's just like a dick fall. It's fine. But what's a no? Oh no! I'm about to be hurt, I think. Wolfie says, "Tubbs, what do you call a dog without any legs?" It's just sad. Oh no.
Thinking.
I'm sticking with my original answer. That's just sad. I know the answer to this one, but I've actually forgotten the answer to this one.
Is it a barking?
I'm guessing it. What'd you say, Howard?
Is it a barking potato?
I was gonna say something to do with bark, but I don't really know how to word it right.
Oh no. Yeah, that's basically, I remember that now. Face desk.
Did he post the answer?
He did. Do you want me to just say it?
Yeah.
Anything you want, he won't come running.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
No.
I wasn't far off of my answer, to be honest.
Wow.
I think this all started basically after I noticed that Juan tried to join the Discord server. And basically, I remembered a really old newspaper like cartoon gag, and it was basically like you know, it was like two guys just like standing next to each other, and one guy that was really far away, and like they're talking to each other saying like, "Hey, what's Juan doing over there?" And the other guy's like, "Oh, he said he had to go find himself." And then the other guy's like, "Ah, well, I guess it takes one to know one." It was terrible.
Yeah, but Tubbs, one what?
God.
Yeah, then Howard said that, and then I reached through his phone and I hit him. Oh, Noah says Noah's here, by the way. Hi Noah.
Okay.
He says,
Hey, Noah.
"Hey Tubbs, did you check the comments for the voting? What voting? Oh, you mean your comments on the previous videos? Yeah, they have been added. I've been doing this for like 2 years now. I know what I'm doing." But yeah, they've been added. I'm sorry, I've been dealing with a weird issue. I'm having trouble like with my dyslexia. So when Itchy, when you sent me a message, I was a little bit ratty because I couldn't really figure out how to read something. So I might have been a bit short.
About voting?
Yeah. I didn't mean if I was a bit short, so I'm sorry. But,
oh no, you're fine. I just realized like it was a dumb question after I sent it, and I was like, "Fuck."
Oh, it's just
For some reason in my head, I was thinking it was Monday. And it's fucking Thursday, and I was like, "Did that get reset? Like, did it already really get that many votes in a day?" And then like, I remembered it was Thursday, and I was like, "Oh yeah, he does that on Sundays. It's fucking Thursday."
yeah, it's doing pretty good. I'm just looking at it now. It's doing pretty well.
And I didn't know you were able to like cancel out emotes, so I was like, "Huh."
Yeah, I found a system where basically I just it's part of the 3 dots.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Hit a button. Yeah, it's part of the 3 dots. I don't know if mods can do this, but if they click on the 3 dots, then it's got reactions, and you can actually click on that and see who, you know, and how many reactions there were total and all that stuff, and you can actually just delete them. So,
oh wow, okay.
What I've done is I basically on Sunday I erased, you know, I did the tallying up of everything, and I was erasing them as I was going, and I closed the polls, and then I reopened. I put the message on the bottom saying polls are back open again, and when they're all clear, and I deleted inflation week because it is inflation week, and yeah, so that's how it's going to be, and it looks like it's a pretty good system. So
yeah,
I'm happy with that.
Do you do an emote for Jeffrey when he votes, or do you kind of tally that down too?
Oh no, I've basically this is just for the Discord, and if anybody does want to vote on the chat, then they can. So I basically just I've got it in my book. It's all in the book. Basically, the polls are open all week on the Discord, and then basically on Sunday I erase them all after I've counted them, and then yeah. So basically, you can only vote for once on Discord, but if you want to vote every single time I do a live stream, then that's completely fine.
Oh, sweet. Can I cast a vote then?
Yeah.
Can I vote for Belly Play, please?
I like how sheep is. Can I vote for? It's like somebody was messing with your volume control.
For some reason, like a cop, like I pulled up to the 7-Eleven because I'm about to go get a drink or coffee. I pulled up and I saw a cop, and like I just kind of became like a shriveled up excuse for a man. It's like, can I? It's like he could like hear what I was saying, like when I was looking at him.
Does anybody else want to vote for anything else? Well, I've got the Buke open. The Buke. Does anybody need me to read out the list? I basically am going to go pretty soon myself, so. Ow.
Oh my god. Howard, is that you?
Howard, you're buzzing.
He's getting an emergency alert. He can't really mess it with it.
I'm getting the alert.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah,
What's it saying?
Extremely dangerous winds and flooding possible. Leave area through.
Oh, faux weak and feet weak.
There's also the island, the horn alarm going outside. So.
Jesus. I'm assuming you're off tomorrow?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm reading the chat.
It's supposed to hit tonight, so it's just like, the whole day it's been just like, semi-rainy and windy, and then everything's just gonna go to shit tonight, basically.
Yeah, keep us updated. Stay safe.
Yeah.
So nobody
I'm gonna
needs.
go. I'm gonna get some drinks and stuff, and then head home.
Okay.
So I suck to you guys.
And you're not watching the stream?
I'm turning it on right now,
Oh.
so I can say hi to everyone in the chat too. Oh, Jeffrey was there.
Jeffrey's always here.
I know.
Really rubs for you, dude. I also
thank you, dude.
And
I rub stubs.
I nearly drew all over myself with the
Oh no! Don't do that.
you weren't exactly saying it hard. You're like, oh no.
Bye, Wolfie. Bye, Noah. Hope
Chris.
you're around. See you guys later.
Later, dude. Any more votes? Anybody want me to actually to read out the list, or are we all good now? Oh. What was the extra channel I was going to say when Jack was here? I basically said that I was going to put another channel up, and I remembered exactly what it was up until I wanted to actually type it. Well, I was in the creating channel section and everything, and then I had like I had an itchy eye or something. I basically had a stingy eye situation, and then I wiped my eye, and then I came back to the screen, and it was gone. I couldn't remember what it was, but it was something that I was talking to Jack about when Jack was on.
Yeah.
But no, nobody remember.
I don't think I was here.
Okay, it's just it's annoying. it's bugging me so much because there's a lot of people. There's the channel's expanding, and I was like thinking, okay, now it might be time to add some more rooms, And I was saying that to Jack when he was on, and he basically, like, we both agreed on a good room suggestion idea, and I remembered it all the way up until I had to wipe my eye. So I don't know what was in my eye juice, but it was clearly the idea. I don't think he got my message either, because I asked him about it as well. So you may not be on tomorrow. I might not. I don't know exactly what the plan is, because it's not tomorrow night. It's tomorrow. I might not be doing the first stream, so I'll still be doing the watch along stream, but I might not be on the first stream because it's my aunt is going away this weekend. So basically, she's going back home. So we're taking her out to dinner for the last day. Just that she eats her dinner not super late at night, like me and Damon do sometimes. So I won't be here for that live stream. I won't be there for that live stream, maybe. I'm not going just yet, guys. I'm going fairly soon. I'm still waiting for this upload to do something. It says it's got 26 minutes left, so that's enough time for me to check my mail and all that stuff. So yeah.
Just waiting for
I know.
I think I might have alcohol for tonight. I don't know. I'm supposed to go with a friend tomorrow. Something that the weather's gonna not be as bad. Hopefully, businesses aren't gonna be affected as much. We'll see.
Yeah. So the
Yeah, I think I won't get alcohol for tonight.
What's with the wilted rose emoji?
What?
There's a wilted rose emoji. It's just like, that's the sad emoji.
Yeah, no. It was something I just picked at the time. It wasn't really saying anything.
Live roses are so mainstream. I like the little wow emoji. Who did that? Oh, it was Jack. That's cute. And he's got his little mouse swan as well. Oh, somebody just voted. So I'm looking at the voting page. Just, I like looking at the numbers, and they occasionally move every now and again, and it's weird. I could look at statistics coming in all day. I'm that kind of guy. You know, it's kind of soothing. Just looking at numbers and bars go up and down. No, Jack isn't here. I don't think he's here anyway. I think he's still doing his stream. It says he's online, but like I said, I think he's still doing his stream. But yeah, I noticed that he's already voted on Discord as well. Yeah, Wolfie, I was giggling earlier, but Chris was saying goodbye because Wolfie said, and I'm still distracted when you mentioned the naughty corner had stocks.
What?
Yeah, I thought that would get your attention / touch a penis. I was trying to find a different way of saying that, but it was like, I thought that would stroke your arousal. No, that's wrong. You know when you say something and you're like, that was really smart of me. I'm really proud of that. What did I just say?
I'm not getting whatever. Anything.
He likes feet. If you have feet,
Right.
if you have feet stocks, they're basically that the bar that comes down and goes over your feet. So basically, you can't move your feet, so you're immobilized by the feet.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't thinking about what you had said. So yeah, that's right. Okay.
I do wanna spell it. Yeah. Should I shut up? This is a reference to what I told you when we were.
What?
He says, Howard, this is in reference to what I told you when we were chatting. What have you been talking about, guys?
Nothing.
Were you talking about naughty stuff again?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
You're not sure. I knew it. I knew it. To put it bluntly, yes, I like feet and I like tickling, but I'm more what the tickling community calls a tickle. Ooh.
Yes, he likes things tickled.
That is actually very good. That is actually very good because I was going to say I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay. Well, I was hoping he was going to say that and not the other thing, because yeah. I break things if I'm tickled.
Yeah.
Unless it's my funny bone, and I mean the metaphorical one. Basically, yeah. You don't want to tickle me. It's not going to end well for anybody. I can't remember who it was. I was at work, and then somebody basically just did the whole. I was looking out a window while filling out some paperwork on a clipboard. Then somebody did the whole thing where they come up behind you and do the tickling thing underneath your arms, kind of thing. And I just completely was zoned out. I was doing the paperwork, and I was at this window, and then basically they did that, and my arm just spasmed, and I punched the window. I didn't break the window, but I cracked it, and basically I was so worried that I was going to be I was going to get into super trouble for it, because it seemed to be like this huge deal. I thought every time I thought that it's okay, nobody's worried about it anymore. It's a warehouse window. It's not like it's the main store window. It's all fine. But every time I thought that it had blown over, somebody would mention it again, and then it would become this huge deal. It's like, like a couple of weeks go by, and it's like, okay, everyone's forgotten about the window. It's all fine. And all of a sudden, I overhear one of the general managers basically talking to the main manager. It's like when are they going to do the window? When are they going to get that window repaired? It's like, I don't know. We're still trying to figure out if it was somebody trying to break in or what. We were thinking about calling the police, and I was like, oh my god. And then it will go away again for another week. And then I'll just be getting relieved, and then that's it. So basically, I decided to make this window, as long as I worked there, this window was just a thing I checked on every single day, and all the way up until when I left, it was still broken, and nobody was doing anything about it. But everyone was fucking talking about it every other week. So it was like a weird conspiracy to basically try to get me into trouble. It's like, we've got to make him nervous at all times about this window. But yeah, the person who basically tried to tickle me, I think they left like a year. I'm not kidding. It was for over a year I was worried about this window. I think they left like a year before I left. So so yeah, basically yeah, I've nearly broken somebody's nose. I've nearly broken my own foot. All based on tickling accidents. So yeah, nobody tickled me.
The one's accidental. And it was like in the face. I didn't even mean to. I didn't even know what happened, and I was just like, "Oh, shit." I'm one of those people who like I'm the same as Wolfie, kind of. Like I like teasing somebody with tickles and just like, I like the experience of like them trying to get me back and then just like getting them. I remember I had this one boy that I loved tickling him. He was a big dude. I would call him my beanbag, basically.
It might just be a weird sizes thing, but in the UK we have beanbag chairs. We have the big beanbag things.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not that big here. Like they're physically not that big. Like I would say that, judging from just looking at the preview image on my screen, I'm about 2 beanbag chairs. Like my belly is like 2 beanbag chairs big, UK beanbag chairs. So in the US, do you just have like really big ones? I don't understand.
Yeah, we have big ones.
They're not universal.
We have the ones that you sink into, like you can sink your body into.
No, I know what you mean, but for some reason, like well, over here, it's like I could put one on my chair, and I could. Yeah, it still isn't that they aren't that big here. They're just not that, but you can still sink into them. So I'm just not getting it. I'm sorry. It's just I've seen. I don't know if they're the same size. They must be bigger in the US. They just must be bigger in the US. But like I said, I've sat on a beanbag chair. I know the whole sinking thing and everything. I know. I was smaller when I sat on one, but it's like it's just not huge here. They're about this big in the UK. But I know you don't have any reference besides me, but that's what I mean. It's like, yeah, like I'm about 2 beanbag chairs big. It's hard to explain because you know, I can't just say like they're about a meter by a meter when you don't sit on them, you know.
Yeah, they're more compact. There's a more kind of just like their actual chair. The stool is basically.
Well, you can get the beanbag. The beanbag chair itself is just a big bag of the polystyrene beans. Right? I might just getting this wrong. And there's also you can also get ones with big indents in them, you know, pre-indented. So basically they have like a divot for you to sit in without just like picking up the beanbag chair and then yeah. They were very popular in the 90s for some reason in the US. I mean in the UK. I just remember my dog basically like me, I used to love playing with my dog just in the living room, and I would like hide underneath that. I put the beanbag chair like over my head and hide my dog's ball, because he used to have his favorite ball, and he would try to get at me by like trying to dig at the beanbag chair and basically until he basically got his nose under it to try to get me to let go of the ball. And one time he basically just completely tore open the beanbag chair, and there were polystyrene balls, tiny polystyrene beanbag balls everywhere.
Wow.
It's like it spilled out in the living room, and then I can't. It was just a thing of like my brother or my dad came into the living room, and they were just like, well, I'm not cleaning that up. And then they just sat on the sofa and turned the TV on, and the static from the TV some of them hovered in the air, and then some of them just went whoosh, whoosh, just stuck to the TV. And I remember them being like, oh, now I can't even watch TV. Because there was all these white little balls on the screen. Because of the static from the TV. It's just so weird. But yeah, until we moved out, we basically were still finding tiny beanbag balls just randomly in the living room every now and again. If you had a balloon in the living room, basically that would be it. We'd always get at least one tiny little white dot just appear on the balloon somehow, and it's like, where the fuck did that come from? But yeah. But yeah, I remember everybody had a beanbag chair in their house in the 90s. But I don't see them anymore. They're just not a thing. Maybe it's just memory. Maybe I'm just remembering them being small because I'm big now.
That's kind of like the type of man cave I want. Like all the really retro goodies, you know, like beanbag chairs, and maybe in one corner you have just like one of those old style the tables and bench from like a diner from back then, with like a jukebox beside it that you play things on. And then you have like a lava lamp in another corner, and like an aquarium or something. That'd be cool as a man cave though.
Yeah. I guess because it's just me and my partner, like our entire house is a man cave. I never saw the whole point of a man cave, but that's only because I live with a man, and I am also a man. So it's like technically it's called a house. It's a man house.
Well, I think like maybe it's more of just like a you thing, just something for like you specifically.
But even then, I call this my office.
Yeah.
But I can drink in. I can drink in my office.
I've been chatting with one of my friends over here. He's actually one of my exes. But he basically said, like he ended the, like I didn't say anything back, but he the last few messages he sent were, if anything, thanks for everything, and I'm going to jump at you. And I'm just like, is it really going to be that serious though? Because I really hope it isn't. Like, I don't know. It's getting me worried now. I'm just trying to make sure everybody's staying safe. And,
Yeah. There's a guy that was talking to me on Twitter. So I'm just randomly changing the subject, but I don't. I just saw that he's in my Discord chat room. Rurik. Yeah, that's the he's one of the guys that is very into war and did kind of like does role play with me every now and again, even just very slow role play, because basically I answer my messages whenever I am on the computer and can answer my messages, and yeah, he randomly just is telling me about his day on Discord. He randomly just sent me a couple of messages, and I just find it hilarious because it's like I'm sure I've told him this before, but I don't like it when people say just hi or ask me how it's going. I want the point of a message, you know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can't answer it because yeah, I don't know what level of answer they want ever. But yeah, he's basically just telling me he's just checking in. Because he basically is like, you know, he told me, so okay, I'm gonna stream now. He's got a gaming stream that he does, and then he says, and then he basically, when he's finished streaming, he's like, and done, eating food now. It's like, I don't want to block you. I don't want to block him, but I don't know how to tell him to shut up.
Sounds like you were going.
Well, I'm almost.
Yeah.
Because I like him, but I just don't. Yeah, I don't know how he'd respond to. I don't care. You know? It's just like if like again, it's just if you were talking to me as if you're actually in front of me, you know. So basically, when he's like you know, when he says like just gonna take a dump, you know, it's like
I'm gonna go take a dump now.
Well, no, it's just like as if I'm in like the same building as him, and just every now and again I just hear him go, "I'm in the kitchen now."
I'm making toast. I'm making toast with jam and butter. Oh wait, I'm back in the living room.
That's what I mean, though. That's exactly what I mean, though. It's like
I'm just finishing up last shut.
That's the. It's just. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's nice. Okay, that's fine. How do I respond? You know, but it's just that it's gonna get to a point where I'm just like, oh my god, I don't care. But I'm on the balcony. That's great. I can see a lot from up. I know you can. It's a balcony. Please stop. He says, and when I think it's all quiet and everything, it's just like it will go quiet for a while because he's eating food or something. So basically, he can't actually do anything when he's doing that. But it'll be like, and done. It's like, oh my god, I don't care. I'm just going to put these dishes in the dishwasher. It's like, I'm not your roommate. I'm in a different country. Stop telling me stuff. You know, if he did actually say, I'm in the kitchen, I'm making foods, you know, and I was around his place, and that'd be good. That'd be good for him to say, because he can say, you know, like, do you want some? That's perfectly reasonable. But telling me when why are you telling me? I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I'm sorry, especially if you're watching or anything, or if you're going to watch this. I do not mean, because I just realized I named him and everything. I don't mean to be mean or rude or anything, but it's just that if you are watching, then like expect this kind of response eventually if you keep doing this, because I can't take it. I can't fucking take it. It's relentless.
Just lovely.
They're really nice people, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They used to do this to me on Twitter, and then I just basically didn't respond back to them. And I've got a feeling it's going to happen here as well. But I don't want them to, like I said, I don't want them to think that I'm ignoring them. I'm not. I'm just, yeah. Is my thing done yet? Jesus Christ. Oh, 59 seconds, 58 seconds. That's weird, it's going down. Right, because time. I might have to mute Jack's server because it keeps sending me notifications if anybody says anything. Oh, good. And everyone's talking about food on New Bear server at the same time. $18 seconds. I just checked.
Fire.
I just checked. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. I'm glad somebody gets it. It's not giving me the thumbnails now.
People follow.
Hmm?
Thing from Hawaii News Report says, preparation for Hurricane Lane. There was an app called Fireshot that allows for text messaging without cellular service power risk. Works by transmitting signals via Bluetooth and exchange with the users now. More people in the app, the better. Says uses proximity via Bluetooth and app use. Please and have your friends and future as well as we may help. Wonder. Just want to see what it is.
Oh my god.
What's happening?
I think the page is stuck. I can't scroll up or down. Please no. Please no. You've taken nearly 3 hours. You know, please. On the other thing, it says that it's uploaded, but on the actual page, it's not giving me the option to. It's not. Well, it's stuck. What do I do? Do I try to refresh? Do I risk it? Do I risk refreshing the page? When it like kill it? Also, I need to pee now, which is great.
No address.
Oh no. Yes, Jeffrey. Oh, yes. It's unstuck and it's giving me the option to change the thumbnail. Which I don't want to do because it picked out the right one anyway. And that's the last upload for the Inflatable Tubs channel for tonight. But I will be uploading to Pornhub tomorrow until I go out to dinner. So, yeah. There we go. Well, guys, I'm going to have to do the running away thing again. But thanks, everybody, for watching. Oh, no, I shouldn't have done the standing up thing again. Belly rubs and belly salute. And I will be back tomorrow, but it depends if I'll be back before or after dinner. I will try to do both. But no promises. But I'll definitely be on the later stream. I just don't know if I'll be on the earlier stream. So yeah. Anyway, guys. Thanks for streaming till anytime, Wolfie. Don't hug too hard. I'll hurt myself. Thanks, Jeff.
Love y'all. Snuggles.
I completely missed the button just now. I winked and everything. Completely missed the button. It still didn't do it. Oh, okay. There's a piece of tinfoil touching the mouse pad at the same time as me, so the mouse pad doesn't know what to do. I think I'm trying to drag something. Okay. Third time. Toodles. And I got myself.